You got a lot of bones and joints in your foot, and they all need to do their job and their part. If they don't, the whole system starts going sideways. Hey everybody, welcome to Lake Effect TV. We've got Hannah here. She came to us, 2 weeks ago or so. She's having a little bit of low back trouble and desk tightness through the kind of neck and shoulders. We started kind of peeling back some of the history with her. She had a skiing accident, injured her knee, went through physical therapy just this past winter, earlier on this year. And after kind of working with her a little bit, I found that potentially we got some of that knee baggage still kind of bothering her on and off, overall pretty well. But that's kind of led into changing how she moves and does life with the low back. So we're kind of peeling back one layer at a time. We treated her knee once with just the laser by itself. And she noticed that she was able to just kind of be on her paddleboard and kneel on her knee for longer. And that lasted for the better part of a week without touching or doing anything else to it. So we'll probably kind of rejuice that again today with the laser, along with treating the laser with the low back, or the low back with the laser. And then and we'll go over a couple exercises so she can really start to stabilize the low back. So let's stay there actually. Give yourself a hug. Alright. And tip to your right and tip to the left. What we're doing here is treating a really strong low back muscle called the quadratus lumborum, and it is a big player on stabilizing the hips, the low back. Anytime you move, pick anything up, and we want to make sure that we get rid of any tightness, any scar tissue or adhesions that affect how it protects the back. All right, turn to your left and turn to the right. And left and right. So did you go paddleboarding this morning?
I did not. I did not. No, I didn't. I was gonna, but I didn't.
Where do you go? In the bay?
I usually go from like on the compilation to the bay. That's like my quick morning paddle. And then sometimes I go like out in the bay where my family has their boat.
Where it's not dicey?
Yeah. I'm not gonna get hit by a boat. But yeah, I usually go on the compilation a couple times a week. And then, yeah.
Have you ever tried yoga on your paddleboard?
I can do a headstand on the paddleboard.
Oh, dang, fancy.
Yep, I can do a headstand. That was my goal last summer, was to be able to do a headstand on my paddleboard. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
All right, let me have you lay on your left side, right side up. Now, since she's had this kind of ongoing issue with the knee and low back for a while, I'm going to be now working on that overuse kind of accommodation movement that she's got going on. I'm going to treat the ligaments along the pelvis. So you're going to have your legs straight. You're going to bring it forward, keeping it straight, and come back. Good. Is that kind of like your pressure area? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've worked in your piriform, a little bit of movement there.
Yeah.
I've worked in your kind of glutes before, and it's still kind of lingering. So I'm changing it up today, looking at these ligaments more so. Good. One more. Okay. All right, let me have you lie face down for me. That right side's a little bit locked up. All right, breathing in and out. That's definitely loosened up since day one.
Yep, I have noticed that.
Alright, lay on your left side, face me over here. Knee okay? Okay, onto your back for me. And straighten your legs out. A little more spring on this left side. I'm going to adjust your knee. Okay, go ahead. So this is a speeder board or a drop block. We used to use this to practice in school, but now we're able to use it more as an assisted adjustment tool. So it allows me to work on extremities without being really super heavy-handed. It's a quick adjustment, but kind of light, very comfortable. Okay.
I was gonna say, I think those are the, oh no.
This moves all kinds of around.
Yeah.
This is stiff. So, another piece to the puzzle you can see here is looking at the ankle movement. And if the ankle and the foot are at all limited, it's going to change what happens up chain. So, as I check this left foot and ankle, it's very, I don't want to say loosey-goosey, but there's a lot of mobility here. This side, there's just tightness all throughout. And I think she's laughing. I think it's so obvious. So.
Yeah.
Alright, this one's just kind of a pressure, working on the mid-foot. You've got a lot of bones and joints in your foot, and they all need to do their job and their part. If they don't, the whole system starts going sideways. Better. All right. So I'm just testing some of the movement of the foot and ankle, seeing which side of the ligaments needs a little bit of help. Again, overuse, the body starts to repair it a little bit every day, and eventually it leads to problematic scenarios. It's too tight, it's not moving, now we've got trouble elsewhere. So I'm gonna make sure we turn over every stone. Good. Feel
Yeah.
like you got more range of motion, all directions. Good. Okay. Now that I touched your foot, let's face me over here. I'll use some hand sanitizer before I touch your neck and face. I normally do better about that. I'm not trying to touch the foot and then the face, but it's your lucky day.
Yeah.
Hey. Onto your back for me. Okay. Okay, so exercise for kind of the lower half here. The first thing I want to show you actually is going to be a specific variation of a side bridge. Okay, so face me over here, and you're gonna use your knees and your elbow. Okay, so prop up under your elbow for me. All right, now what I want you to do, bring this up a little bit here. Feel like you're sitting in a chair, okay? And from that position, you're gonna go from sitting in the chair and then you're gonna stand up out of the chair. So not just lifting this way,
Forward.
but kind of forward and up. So sitting to standing. Now, what that's gonna do is it's gonna engage your hip, your glute, as well as the low back, core all the way around, okay? So holding this for 10 to 15 seconds, breathing, because anybody can hold their breath and do this, okay? But then sit back down in the chair, quote unquote, and rest for 10 seconds or so and do, 5 each side. So that one, right side down, let's rotate to the other side and see how the other side feels comparatively. So sitting in the chair, up on the elbow, good. Standing up out of the chair. How does this side feel?
Better.
So when we ask her right side to work on the bottom, it's more difficult than the left. You know, it can also be a little bit of a right-handed, left-handed scenario too. But nonetheless, we gotta train up this right side a little bit better. Okay. The other thing that I'd like you to work on is actually some of that ankle mobility. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you have a stretchy band
Mhm.
at home?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can cut you a piece if need be.
Like a band.
Well, any kind.
Yeah,
We can work with this.
Yep.
We can also work with the heavier pull-up assistant band.
Oh, okay.
You know, like that's a super big one.
Yeah.
But what you do is you need to anchor this to something.
Okay.
And you're going to hook it behind here. All right. And so it will be pulling forward. All right. So then you pull back and engage it and floss the Achilles
Okay.
and ankle. All right. And then you also, so you would pull back
That.
and just kind of,
Would that help
Hold on.
calf tightness too?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So, but then you're also going to flip around and face the other direction. So you have it anchored behind you, really, really low on the ankle, pulling back, and then you floss forward.
Okay.
Really searching for those end ranges because you'll feel it open up here, but by pulling on that talus, the ankle bone,
Okay.
we start to give that ankle more range of motion.
Yeah, they've had a lot of sprains and stuff.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna clear out some old garbage, and see, by doing pieces of the puzzle, it's trying to bring everything back to functioning again. And nonetheless, it's probably a little bit of baggage from before your knee injury.
Oh yeah.
To where then that just kind of highlights all kinds of pieces. So layers of the onion, one piece at a time. We'll get back down to feeling good and not being bothered. So
Okay.
thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you next time on Lake Effect TV.